The market hits all-time highs, then starts to retreat. Are the floors starting to crack? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we were talking about the fact that we were looking for the market to move up toward that 49.15 to 33 area, and that's exactly what we saw. When the market opened over 49.15, the next obvious target was 49.33, and it hit that number exactly before retreating. Now, the question is, are the bulls done? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, another great day in the room. You can see on the screen, people are enjoying it, having a great time in there. We got short early in the day, up in the 49.20s area, held the 49.33 zone and went down from there. So did really well there. If you want to join this winning team, stay tuned for later in the video. But for now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. As we talked about yesterday, it did look like we wanted to break out toward that 49.15 to 33 area. They opened above 49.14, so when they do that and they get about halfway up, you should expect them to probably go hit the next fib. That's a pretty reasonable thing to do. We got short right in here. They held our resistance and then pushed down from there. So doing really well on that trade. Now, we are coming into our next support zone. So remember, this move up would have been wave 3 of 3. We talked about extensions yesterday. The common extension, first one is 382 and then the 1618. They hit the 382 and have started to come back. And when that happens, we really need to see them hold the 4882 area. They can go below that as low as 4850 and still be fine. But a break of 4850 really becomes an issue for the bulls because you start to get into overlapping waves and you start to get into a structure that's not typically going to fill out in an impulsive manner. So as we look at this, the 4882 1.0 has a ton of support on the 1-hour chart as well. So this fib makes a lot of sense for them to hold. If they're going to continue to be bullish, you would like to see them hold here and then obviously push back up over this high, with the next target higher being up here at the 1618 to 1764, 4965 to 4985. Okay, so that's what we'd be looking for, assuming they can hold support. If they cannot hold support, then things start to get a little interesting. There are a couple different scenarios that kind of depend on the structure that we get overall breaking support. But if they break down below 4850, and quite frankly, if they break 4882, there's not a lot to hold them until 4830 down here. So if they break 4850, then we can be looking at this being a much larger A wave than we anticipated and look for a much bigger B wave down and then C up to finish around that 5,000 plus area. Or we could be looking at a top. Now, we won't know that this is a top for a while. We'll need to break some key support. Right now, we will keep that in the back of our mind. But overall, we're still looking for the bulls to hold support in that 4880 area, all the way down to this 4873 area. And they can come into, like I said, 4850 can hold, but there's not a lot of chart support there. So you'd really like to see them hold that 4880 area. Over on the NASDAQ. Okay, so on the NASDAQ, they did spike through the 1382 here and then retreated from there. We were looking for them here. They kind of made a weaker kind of pullback here and push than ES did yesterday, and then followed through pretty strongly today up through the 382, but then pulled back from there. And so their pivot moves up to the 1.0 as well, and really a little bit above that. So we would be looking for them to come up, pull back, test this 17.5 area, tons of support right here. We would like to see them test and hold that, assuming they can hold 17.5 down to that 17.417 area. We would expect them to push back up toward the 17.972 area in this wave 5 of 3. So that would be our next move to the upside that we'd be looking for. Now they can hold this upper support here at 17.545 and still be just fine as a wave 4 pullback. It would be a little bit shallower than you would like, but they can hold here and push higher. Really from anywhere now that they hold over this 17.417 area, as long as they hold over that at any point, if they break back over this wave 3 high, we're looking to that 17.972, 17.866 area. If they do break below support, which is 17.246 overall, if they break below that, we'll have to see what kind of structure we get, the depth of the pullback, and that will tell us a little bit more about how they're going to finish this out, or if maybe they have already finished it out and topped out in the market. I don't think that's the case. I do think they're going to need at least one more high, but to play out overall, we would be looking up toward 18,000 with a 345. So while it is possible we have topped in the market, I don't think that's the overall case. I do think we'll hold support and get at least one more high before talking about a top being in. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it'll take you right over to the webpage. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it, become part of the team, and make sure it's for you before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. You literally have nothing to lose by checking it out. We also have our Advanced Elliott Wave course in the making. You can see on the screen, people are loving that already. You get that for free by becoming a monthly member. You get all of our training material for free by becoming a monthly member. And we also have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course. This course is helping real traders make real money and understand the market in a way that makes sense. It can be hard to figure out why good news makes the market go down and bad news makes the market go up. It can be very confusing, and without the key numbers and understanding where the market can turn, you get lost and don't know what to do. With Elliott Wave, you have the key numbers, you know what happens when they hold and what happens when they break and what to expect next, which gives you a huge advantage over the rest of the trading market. It is 25 videos where we go through 3 sections: your introduction, your mindset and emotion, KISS method and why it works, your chart setup and tools, where we go through every single tool you need to use with Elliott Wave, how to set it up, why it works and why we use it, and then the Elliott Wave for Beginners area where I go through each of the waves, what they look like, how to measure them, how to get the targets, what happens when they fail, all the different things you need to know, theory of alternation, corrective depth theory, so that you can understand the market in a way that makes sense. If you don't want to pay the $67, I totally get it. You can get the courses for free. All of our training material is free if you're just a monthly member. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go over exactly where we are in the counts and what to expect, as well as the training material you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, and we trade quite often in my room. If you're looking for individual stocks, futures trading, income trading, and advanced training, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as income trading, futures trading, individual stocks, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures his trade that's so unique. Something you really have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, key takeaways for today, pretty clear parameters. For the ES, looking for them to hold that 48.80 area down to 48.70 or so. This support area right here. They can come down as low as 48.50. If they do, that's a little bit of a warning, but we'd still be looking for them to hold in wave 4 of 3 and then push higher after that, taking out this high and pushing up toward 49.65 to 85 overall. If they do break support, we'll have to see what kind of structure we get and what we're looking at overall before we can identify exactly where we're at or if a top is in fact in. On the NASDAQ, same type of setup. We do have a bullish still set up to the upside. We would be looking for them to hold the 17,500 area, that 1.0 down to 17,417, then push higher in wave 5 in the 17,866 to 972 area. However, if they do break support, same as ES, we'll need to see what structure, what depth, how it works, all the different things we'd look at to make sure exactly what's next in the market. Guys, that is your market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.